Cenat's ex just exposed everything about him. Apparently, she made a whole 1 hour video on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Especially since their breakup, a lot of people have been speculating things that has happened between them and how did they break up. And you've probably seen the memes of NBA YoungBoy, or she cheated, or she made him go crazy. Everybody's talking about what he's trying to do now in his career. Always lame. You just stick to streaming. You need to stick to what you know best. This is like High School Musical. Remember that time when what's his name? Not Chad. It was one of the dudes on High School Musical. He wanted to be a chef, right? Talking about some creme brulees and all that stuff, and then everybody just broke out and started talking. No, 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 no. Stick to the status quo. No, you know. That was real music back in the day. You know, but they were so dramatic about it, wanting him to stick to the status quo. This is how people are treating Cenat right now. It's like, boy, you lame, boy, stick to the status quo, bro. You know what I mean? He like, nah, I won't do all that. They think that she drove him crazy. So we finna see what she talking about, man. Let's see what's up. Before we get started, man, if you are new to this channel, this is a newer channel. I got a couple other channels. A main channel where I got a schedule of different things that I react to. A music channel, just strictly reactions of music. And then this one. On this one, I'm gonna be covering different topics, subjects, just stuff that's trending on social media, or like a little bit of political stuff as well, possibly just different things. All right, so with this being said, bro, we gonna keep this rational as possible. I'm not on no Kai side, I'm not on no GG side. I'm just trying to get the facts straight. Apparently, people have saying that this is backfired on her. You know what I mean? We gonna look at a couple of YouTube videos. Shout out to Omeezy. I watch him. A couple other creators that be talking about different things. Go check them out. And we finna see what's...
Like, I was a 16-year-old driving a Benz. I was a 14, 15-year-old driving my parents' luxury cars to school. Y'all don't know me.
Okay, so she's saying that she grew up a certain way. She was spoiled, basically. She was asking for cars, and she was driving a Benz when she was 16. Salute to her. That's amazing. But you're spoiled. You're spoiled as heck. The average child do not got that. Let's be so for real. You know what I mean? That's not a knock on her. If she had that, kudos. You know? We shouldn't be knocking people for being privileged. You know, especially certain people who grew up with parents who were privileged or got money or earned their way to make money. You know? There's even people who have been privileged who are embarrassed that they have been privileged. But if I was privileged, boy, I wouldn't give a dang what nobody talk about.
You think cute?
One too many motherfucking times. I hate a bitch that can't keep her nose out of other people's business, that don't know her place. Brianna ain't trash, but that BBL you hiding up under all them fucking clothes. You wide.
Nah. We ain't doing that. If you coming for Bree, you coming for me.
So as we're going with this video, I need y'all to realize something. It seems like she's basically saying, overall, this video is not just going to be talking about Kyle or like exposing him for just a trash type of dude, nothing like that at all. She's basically talking about everybody else, basically. You know, people around him, his assistant, all this extra ish, right? Even goes to say Kyle's a good guy. She even says she still loves him. She got love for him, whatever.
I was very accepting of this person that he's forming into, because at the end of the day, I love him. And when you love somebody unconditionally, you're gonna love them for them and whatever comes with them. Like, it wasn't about who he wanted to be to me. I just really love him as a person. Like, now I'm about to get sad.
Now, also, before we keep continuing, we know how these things work. Especially couples that are on the internet, especially within the black community. I don't know why I just said that, I just caught myself. It happens within any community, no matter your race. You know, there's going to be the girls, there's going to be the guys, you know what I'm saying? They're always going to be on their own side, so whatever you are as a person, all right? The women are going to be like, oh, of course it's his fault. How could he? What did he do wrong? He must have did something wrong. It's Kai's fault. It's Kai's fault. And then the dude's going to be like, look, she did all this shit. She did with NBA YoungBoy. They just going to run with anything. You know, people to see anything and they just run with it, right? But this is the thing. When she made this video, it was a bunch of girls, especially on TikTok in the comments, like, she just ate everybody up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, both sides need to really check themselves and be like, okay, Just because I'm a man, I'm not gonna just side with Kai. Just because I'm a girl, I'm not gonna just side with Gigi. Let me get all the facts straight. Y'all love being in people's business. How about you get all the information before you just pick a side? Now, we gonna completely be unbiased here. Because you know how it be. When you try to be unbiased and rational and be fair all around, it'll be that one person in the comments or a couple of people be like, oh, but you said this. They'll like pick and choose and pinpoint something that you saying in the video or TikTok or whatever it is, right? Do I think Gigi is an evil person? I don't know. I don't know this little girl like that. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. She probably do got some evilness in her spirit. I don't know. You know? But just to break these little things down that she kind of said a little bit about like, you know, like the money thing. There's nothing wrong with having money or wanting money. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between being a gold digger and wanting money. Is she possibly a gold digger? We'll never know. We'll never know. When I have a girlfriend, I love to like do things for my girlfriend. It don't mean I'm just buying anything and everything all the time, 24/7. But if that's my girl, I would want to do things like that for sure. She's my girl for a reason. If it's my girl, why not want to do things for my girl? Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just finna give it anybody who just not doing nothing for me at all, emotionally, physically, nothing at all, but I'm doing everything for her. That's weird. That's what y'all be happening. You know, especially on the man's side. You know what I mean? And probably vice versa.
I just bought this nigga an AP for his birthday. Just ain't buying niggas APs. It's so crazy because I just told somebody the other day, like, yeah, like I gifted him an AP for his birthday. They like, what? Mind you, I haven't even bought myself an AP. I haven't bought myself a watch at all. But me being his girlfriend and the way that he shows up for people and the way that he goes all out for people, and 9 times out of 10, he's not really getting that in return. As his girlfriend, I just felt like it was up to me to show up for him.
Now, the portion of like, while she said, oh, I had to show up for him as a girlfriend, of course, but it doesn't always have to be a physical thing. That's what I feel like financially. You know what I mean? She's bringing up things of like, oh, they really don't give him things for his birthday or they didn't do this or that. But let's say if she's strictly talking about financially, everything does not have to be materialistic, you know, because a lot of people are calling it materialistic. You know, I've actually kind of dealt with a situation like that with a girl who was saying that she wasn't materialistic, but come to find out, she really was. You know what I'm saying? She wanted me to dress a certain way, all this ish. And it's like, bro, you worrying about the wrong things for real, for real. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be with a person who rocks with you for you. You know? Like, that's anybody, man or woman. Alright? But we finna see what else she's saying.
A breakup, or who the fuck gets excited behind their friend going through a breakup? But then I thought about it. Every friend that fucking laughed or got excited was a nigga that was on my dick. Deshae, why the fuck are you saying anything? I seen the clip where Deshae was like, oh, I was never a fan of Kai and Gigi. Kai needs to da 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 da. Of course you weren't a fan, my heart, because you wanted to be my nigga. Like, you wanted to be my, like, Deshae. But let me give y'all a backstory on this Deshae. When me and Kai first got together, Deshae was calling and texting Kai like, oh, that's a little girl, you like her, like nah, bro, I don't think you should fuck with her. But was the main bitch trying to fuck with me? Mind you, me and his sister were best friends from when we were like 13, 14 years old until 21. Deshae had been trying to fuck with me since I was like 13, 14 years old, since I met them.
She says Deshae wanted to be her guy. This is crazy, bro. Now, I will say this, to be fair, if I'm with a girl, right, and I had homeboys, and I found out that they were trying to be with my girl or whatever, or even after, I really would be like, I would look at you funny, or I probably wouldn't even be cool with you no more, because, like, no matter if I'm with them, if it's during the time that I'm with them, or even after, why are you trying to go after my ex? You know how some dudes or some people, they'd be like, oh, that's just a girl that I was just, you know, hunching on or just rocking with. I understand that. I understand that to a certain degree because that's what some guys do. You know, they pass around. You just get this. It's just your turn. I get it. But an ex, somebody that you dated or was married to, no, that's weird. Why? There's plenty of other women in the world. So why rock with my ex? You know what I'm saying? But she's claiming some crazy stuff right now. She's claiming some crazy stuff.
And Des, you thought shit was so funny, thought shit was so cool, thought shit was so cute, right? You were so happy that your friend is now not in a relationship. But Des, you also were trying to fuck with me. It's so crazy how the niggas that are his friends that got up here laughing, thinking shit cute, thinking shit funny, and spoke on it was the trying to fuck with me. DTB Dez goes to page. Cool. Mind you, Dez was liking my shit on, what day is this? What day is this? January 16th. Today's January 20th. This was 4 days ago. Okay? You are so epic. Heart. I don't know what that emoji's supposed to mean. Y'all know, I don't know. But I know it don't mean nothing just friendly. Heart emoji. You're so perfect. I'm coming. Am I going to be able to see you? This was in 2021. In 2021, Dad, you was trying to get up with me like you been knew what was up with me. I didn't even know none of this shit till I just seen you liking my shit.
Dez, now, like I said, I'm gonna be completely unbiased here. There have been people who have been fans of Kyle, whether they are parasocial or whatever you want to say. They be trying to like pinpoint certain things that the Clover Boys have been doing towards Kai, the way they act around Kai, the way they mess up things for Kai. You know what I'm saying? And Dez is one of them ones where they be like, I don't even know if Dez is a real friend for real, because he be crashing out, he be doing all this extra ish.
You can call me and say, oh, yo, tell me how I get. Oh, yeah, awesome, bro. That's what I did. You call the boys. What's this? Sir, you fuck a faggot. Look, yo, come on, get out. Get the fuck out, gang. Get out. Oh, yeah, get out.
Now, I think I have seen a clip of Dez, like when Gigi and Kai broke up. I think he was one of the people who was like kind of going off on her. I could be wrong. Excuse me if I'm wrong. But if he's ever said anything, if there is clips of him saying anything about her negatively on the internet after the breakup, can't be talking, my boy, because she just showed receipts of you before her and Kai got together and you were trying to get on her, bro. You were so perfect. And she ain't replied not one time, it looked like. It's just like you the one who's sending her stuff. Ooh, I can never do that. I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fake nothing. A lot of dudes have done it. Let's be so for real. You know, dudes be like, I ain't never done it. I ain't man. But this is the thing about it though. For me, if I'm texting a girl, and by the way, I have done this in years. But if I was to text a girl and there's multiple messages and I see that she's not replying back, delete. Unsend. Now in this part of the video is where she goes off basically on Kai's assistant, whatever the girl name is, right? Bree, I think. And I've seen this happen a couple of times, you know. When it comes to women, they'll always, not always, not all women, a lot of women sometimes will be like, oh, she was just jealous of me or this, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it be the case for real. And sometimes it's just that's just like an excuse for a girl to be like, oh, you was jealous or this. You know, like when a girl gets rejected by a dude or like they see a dude doing something, they automatically go out and just say, oh, you're gay. It's because of this. Or you're sassy or this. It's just an excuse. You just said something.
Scorched earth on Bree, claiming that Bree wants to be with Kai in some sort of capacity and that Bree can't stay out of their relationship.
Speak on this too, because women, your man should never allow somebody to be so comfortable to just insert themselves in your relationship. Anything we go through is between me and him. Why the is your assistant so far in our business? That's not your job. I don't give a how old you are. Oh, that's like my brother. That's not your brother. I don't want to say too much, but Brianna, please stop playing with me. And two, Brianna's I don't know if you can't see shit clearly. I don't know how long y'all been together because I don't get in her personal business the way she gets in mine. But baby boy, if you knew better, you would do better. But I want to be with him so bad. One time me and him got into it and yo, this is not funny. One time me and him got into it in the heat of the moment, two people be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And then we come right back together. So we get into it one time. She texts him like, we're going to get through this like we always do. Anybody that really loves you is going to... Hold on, let me see if I got the messages. Let me see if I got it. Because I used to take pictures of shit just in case one day I needed them motherfuckers. Oh my goodness, hold on. Let me check this phone. And yes, I have two phones. Been having two phones. Nothing was in neither one. Damn. I don't think I took a picture of that one, but I got pictures of everything the fuck else. But yeah, she was texting him like, oh, we're gonna get through this like we always do. If somebody loved you, they would da 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 da. I didn't know being an emotional support animal was a goddamn requirement on your job application.
Wow.
Do your job. I will give a motherfucker my last dollar. Prove it. That goes for him. That goes for Brianna, fat neck ass. That goes for, I'm sorry,
Now, she's going off on Bree, the assistant, right? Some people or some women be like, yeah, clock her tea. Why she all in your man's business? Yeah, she definitely wanted him for sure. She wanted that man. She was just jealous of you, girl. She was jealous of you, GG. You know what I mean? Could that be the case? Possibly. But at the same time, look at it like this, though. Yeah, it's a job. She's supposed to be doing whatever. But when it comes to content creating or whatever's going on, it could be any business. People, a lot of times, especially if they have their own business, not in a corporate job where it's like they're not the boss, but if you are the boss and you run your ish and you have like certain content that you do, a lot of times people like that, they don't necessarily just go for like strictly business relationships. Not saying that they did anything. I'm talking about like for a friendship, like somebody that could be like family. It ain't just like, oh, strictly just like professional. Like, okay, here's your coffee. Here's this. Bye. You know what I mean? People build bonds in relationships. It's the same as like A and P. You know? There's been a couple of people who have done content like as groups. They ain't all been friends. It's just like a boy band or a girl band. A lot of times they don't be just the best of friends. It's a business. They're just a group. So if you can find somebody who is working for you or working with you and they become more than like a worker, co-worker, an assistant, they become friends, they become family. That's a better situation and a better bond than just having somebody who just worked for you, because you are able to trust that person way more. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure for Kai, Bree is more than an assistant. She's part of the family. She's like a sis probably or a friend. So with that being said, you don't think she's gonna feel some type of way about Kai? Like, especially when you become close with somebody or you build a bond, of course you're gonna feel some type of way and say those things. Oh, we're here for you. You can get through this. You know what I mean? Like, so many people who do content, they work with their family members, their friends, their cousins, their brothers, their siblings, their relatives. So I don't understand why Gigi is saying that, but I understand it to a certain degree. But she got to look at like each perspective and different sides. Now the real ush of the whole video, you know what I mean? Take that how you want to take that, what I just did. The real scandal, the cheating allegation. This is where she talks about it. We finna see what she say about young boy or whoever, right? Let's go.
I'm not ready for kids, and I'm not dealing with no with kids. I'm sorry. Like, my first has to be your first. Why the fuck would I step out on my boyfriend who don't have half the shit going on? No disrespect to him or his family, but that this man got going on. Why the fuck would I go mess with a man who has what? I don't know, 20 kids, 15 baby mamas, and a wife? First of all, Kai knows I don't play that cheating shit. I'm the type of, I'm going through everything that you got. I done seen so many people say, oh my gosh, what was in Gigi's phone that Kai seen? Not a motherfucking thing. My phone damn near ain't even had no password on it. The way that knew my password to I told this, if you believe any of that bullshit, you could take my phone to the fucking DEA, had them strip this motherfucker down. Matter of fact, take both of them. Take all of them. You want every other phone that I've had previously? I'll go look for them. Like, ain't shit in my motherfucking phone. The way y'all are trying to make me seem like I'm just this dog ass. I thought that was gonna be my husband.
I do want to say something. She just talking about, oh, why would I mess with a married man? Y'all put me in a situation with a married man. But it's like, people know that this man is supposed to be married, right? People know that he cheats on his married wife. Bars. Like, what the heck? Why? So whatever she talk about, like, oh, if she tried to just use the excuse of like, oh, he's married. You think NBA young boy care about that? You think a lot of women that rock with NBA young boy or mess with this man, do you think they care? These are some home wreckers. You know what I mean? So this is why people who believe that actually happened, I said it did happen, they don't care about him being married because they know what he be doing. And his girl know what he be doing. A lot of women who be with these high caliber guys, when I'm saying high caliber, I'm not talking about the character of who they are. I'm talking about simply because they got money and status. You know what I'm saying? Or a little bit of clout. A lot of women who mess with guys like that, they do not be caring for real. Or if they do care, they look at the overall. Like, well, he's doing this, but, you know, he's with me, or he gives me money, or this, so I guess I gotta settle and take it. You know what I'm saying? The NBA young boy D Riders, his fans, his weird fans. A lot of his fans are weird. They'll stick up for that boy to the end of times. They don't be caring. They do not care that this man be cheating on his girlfriend. And that's not even the allegation he does. Let's be so for real. We know this. How many times do we see his baby mamas going back and forth on the internet? Or Yaya, Floyd Mayweather's daughter or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's be for real.
Move. Gabrielle ain't dealing with no wife. Mind you, I've always said, I'm not ready for kids and I'm not dealing with no with kids. I'm sorry. Like, my first has to be your first. Why?
Real quick, what she just said about my first got to be your first, I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? Would I be open to it a little bit? Man, that situation got to be real good. You can't have no baby daddy drama. You cannot be toxic. And most likely you just got to have one kid. Oh my God. But that's pushing it for real, for real. I would rather my first be your first overall. I'm not going to lie to you. So this goes back, let's take it back to her situation, her little beef with Bree, right? The assistant. You know, I seen the clip where she was talking, she a big back heifer or whatever she said. She got a BBL. I think that's in the video. And but I seen that clip before I even seen her video, her full video. And she was talking about Bree. And about Bree being jealous and all that stuff, right? So apparently, what I've been seeing, Bree, she that girl, so she be ready for information and doing certain stuff, right? She be up at night, she be whatever, right? So apparently Bree got some receipts. So let's see what Bree, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, with Bree look good, respectfully. Apparently, what I heard, allegedly she got a man. I don't want to disrespect her like that. But she seemed like she's an attractive woman, I will say that. And me personally, when Gigi's talking about you a big back girl, please. I'm taking Bree over Gigi any day. Cause I like women who are a little bit more, have got a little bit more meat on their bones, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I wouldn't mess with nobody like Gigi, I have, but I'm just saying, like, let's not body shame now. Let's not do that, you know. Some people need to be body shamed, but like, let's not, you know, just because she a little thicker than you know what I'm saying, let's not do that. So Bree, you know what I'm saying, go on X. She come out with her little statement, her little tweet. She said, I started working with Kyle when he was 19 with no management. Of course, I treat him like my little brother. Okay. Cool. It has become a part of my job to protect him from lying manipulators. No, you a master manipulator and habitual liar too. Okay. Like this, whether it's business or personal, I don't care who has a problem with that. I sent him a supportive message after he found out that you were talking to another boy on Finsta. What? Behind his back for months. And then you tried to rehearse a story with him to tell Kai. If you're gonna tell it, tell the whole story. She brought gun on y'all. I'm just like, there is a lot more outside of that that's been said. Oh my goodness. I don't know how y'all are with your family or close friends when it comes to how people treat them, but we don't tolerate that over here. Should have just let things blow over, but oh well. What's your story? Tell me your story. But it don't stop there. It don't stop there. Apparently Bree got a recording. Oh my goodness. And I don't think there's any reason. No, I don't know this person. Let's start off with that. Could it be possibly fake? There's always a possibility for a lot of things, especially if you're trying to be rational and play the middle ground. But if we are just being honest, why would she fake a recording of Gigi? Oh, that's AI or this. It's just like something you see in the news. People be like, whether you're on the left side or the right side, they'll be like, oh, this is fake. The government's lying or this is this. It's like they're showing proof of this and you don't care. You know, it don't matter how much you show proof of something, no matter who you are. People will always be like, that's fake, I don't care, or they'll ignore it, or they'll just do whatever, right? Let's see what's going on.
Copied and pasted the message from the messages, but he can't show me the proof that he has because it's gonna give away his source. Like I told him, if you feel as though your source then told you some truth, why would I care who your source is? Your source is fucking lying.
There's two problems with Gigi's story here. One, she basically has no proof. It's just her word of mouth. And two, at the end of her monologue saying that she would give $1 to anybody who had any proof, she tried to Bree. She said, hey, if you can prove it, I'll pay you, and called her a fat-headed bitch. Well, Bree is up late at night, gang, and she's got the proof right there with her. You see that? You know it's coming. You know it's T when you see them two fingers touch.
That's shit. All right, bet.
What's your story? Tell me your story.
Bro, the story is, having called, you was on the phone, y'all asked me if she had.
I called, dumbass, because you see, you fuck it up. You fuck it up.
Yeah, but you know, in my call log, no, like it don't show it. He said 3-way regular call because like it's not a bass sound. So like,
No, but if I ask you to a call, it don't say like you have to start the call on the 3-way for it to say. But if I ask you, it'll just say me. Like I'm. Did you say how much what?
nah, talking shit. I bet.
What's your story? Tell me a story.
Bree then proceeds to drop the screenshots of the alleged ChatGPT conversation straight from the DMs. It does indeed read the copy and paste version of what she read, but it's there in, screenshot format from the DMs. I don't know what she thought was gonna happen. She knew it existed. This was all stupid of her. Look, all I'm gonna say about this is the proof is in the pudding, gang. There's no defense for this that I think will suffice, even though Gigi does try to bring some sort of copium to the situation. But for what it's worth, her efforts are futile. We'll get into those in a sec. At the end of the day, I find that it is weird that Gigi was trying to go after Bree.
My first initial thought is like, how the heck did Bree even get that, bro? So the dude exposed. The dude was like, I don't even care. I'm finna like just come out with it or just like show proof. I'm gonna record. This is crazy if that's the case. Now we've seen women do that. We've seen women that certain guys or athletes or somebody that's in a relationship that got a little clout. We've seen women record that man and expose that man and show the wife or the girl. Or just post it online, like, all right, you want to do this or go back to them, I'm going to expose you for who you are for real. And then we know how that goes a lot of times. But I think a lot of times we don't see it the other way around where the woman was cheating and then a man that she was cheating with exposes her. So that's possibly the case right there. But Gigi apparently claps back. Let's see what she said. Oh, man, I don't want to do this, but y'all know how it be when you get in a situation your nigga don't want you communicating with your guy friend you're around before him. I respect it. Why she throw that in there? What's that got to do with anything? For real. First of all, this is why I don't like to date girls who got guy friends, because a lot of times it just complicates a lot of things. Let's be so for real. Because I've had girlfriends, as in like just female friends that I was cool with that has male friends. I knew a girl that I was attracted to, but I knew she had guy friends, so I was like, I don't even want to even pursue you like that for real. Not saying that she would want me back, but I'm just saying I wouldn't even want to try to like pursue you because you got guy friends. You know what I'm saying? And you told me one of your guy friends liked you before. You tried to talk to them, but y'all just cool now. So I wouldn't even want to entertain that. I've admitted since day one, I crossed that boundary by answering for him, and I also took accountability and immediately apologized. I'm not afraid to speak my wrongs, but the conversation was never disrespectful. It's also no excuse. But Miss Thickneck, oh my gosh, since we going there, why are you still not telling the full story? Tell him how he got caught having a bit in the crib at 5 a.m. and my ad just accepted it and called it even. So you basically said you cheated? But she said to Bree, like, Thickneck tell the full story. But like in the audio, like you trying to like coach your friend on something what to say. You was messing with your friend. Like that's what it sounds like, man. I'm the one really hurting this triangle back. Mofo was in his message like, we gonna get through this. It hurts me when you're hurt. You deserve to be with somebody that loves you. I'm assuming that somebody is you, huh? Not knowing he was laying on side of me. Plus, you never got a response, Goofy. Please, somebody promote her from assistant to girlfriend ASAP. She's dying for it. And you know what would be crazy? It'd be funny if they actually became girlfriend, boyfriend, but I don't think it's gonna happen, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of response was this, Gigi? You basically saying Kai got even. So you're kind of admitting that you cheated on Kai. That's basically what you're saying, right? That's what it sounds like. That makes no sense. See, this makes no sense, Gigi. I'm sorry. That makes no sense. So all that talking, seemingly, from what she was saying at first, all that talk about I don't do cheating, I don't do this and that. Man, y'all gotta watch out for certain people, no matter if it's a man or a woman, because I've experienced certain things with women. You know, even recently, a woman that I've talked to, you know what I'm saying, like I said, like earlier, like a girl that I was talking to, she said she wasn't into materialistic stuff. Apparently she was, you know, but I don't be pay attention to what people be just saying. I look at their actions and see what's up. You know, I ain't gonna say anything and everything at one time. I'm gonna peep what you doing and what you saying. You know? And then when I started seeing stuff, I'll be like, see, I knew you was lying. I knew you was lying, but I gave it a chance, but I'm still, you know, watching out. just to be prepared. You know what I mean? Somebody can say anything or act a certain way, but that don't mean that's their truth. So from going to, oh, I don't do all that cheating, to make, basically it seems like you saying, okay, whatever, I cheated, but you ain't telling the full story. Then he had a girl in the room, blah, blah, blah. So I took that as us being even, and it's like, what? Toxic. Man, my advice at the end of the video, man, I'm gonna end it here. If you're gonna be in a relationship online or whatever, y'all both gotta make sure y'all in a good place, emotionally, mentally, whatever. Y'all cannot let that internet mess y'all up. Make sure the person that you're with is really there for you. Relationships are not always going to be perfect, all right? It's going to be ups and downs, but overall, you will want to have a healthy relationship overall. You know what I'm saying? And for people on the outside, stop looking at people's relationships just thinking that y'all know everything and anything of what's going on. You know, get all the information before you just pick a side. That being said, man, I'm going to leave it there. What y'all think? If this give views, leave a comment down below. Subscribe, click the notification bell. We out.